Common denominators. What is the lowest common multiple of both denominators? In 1 over 2 and 1 over 3, the common denominator will be a multiple of 2 and 3. To find this, find all the multiples of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. Multiples of 3 would be 3, 6, 9, and so on. As soon as you see two multiples that match, in this case it'll be 6, then you can stop. So the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3 would be 6. From the denominator 2 to get to the denominator 6, you multiply by 3. Therefore, you multiply the numerator by 3 as well. So 1 times 3 is 3. To get from 3 to 6, you multiply the denominator by 2, which means you multiply the numerator by 2, and 1 times 2 is going to be 2. Therefore, 1 over 2 is equal to 3 over 6, and 1 over 3 is equal to 2 over 6. Remember, you can always multiply the denominators to get a common denominator. Practice number 1. Write the equivalent fraction pairs with a common denominator, then compare each fraction with a greater than or less than sign. A common denominator to 2 and 4 is going to be 4. To get from 2 to 4, you multiply by 2, which means you multiply the numerator by 2. 2 times 2 is 4, and 1 times 2 is 2. The 3/4 will stay the same, and 3/4 is greater than 2/4. Therefore, 3/4 will also be greater than 1/2. For number 2, common denominator to 5 and 3 is going to be 15. And to get from 5 to 15, you multiply by 3, which means you multiply the numerator by 3. To get from 3 to 15, you multiply the denominator by 5, which means you multiply the numerator by 5 as well. 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 5 is 15. And 2 times 5 is 10. 10/15 is greater than 9/15. Therefore, 2 over 3 is greater than 3 over 5. Practice number 2. Write equivalent fraction pairs with a common denominator, then compare each fraction with a greater than or less than sign. Common denominator to 2 and 8 is going to be 8. To get from 2 to 8, we multiply by 4, which means you multiply the numerator by 4. 2 times 4 is 8. And 1 times 4 is 4. The 3/8 will stay the same. And since 4/8 is greater than 3/8, put the greater than sign here, which means 1 over 2 is also greater than 3 over 8. For question number 4, a common multiple of 4 and 6 is going to be 12. And 4 times 3 is 12, therefore 3 times 3. And 6 times 2 is 12, so you multiply the numerator also by 2. 4 times 3 is 12, and 3 times 3 is 9. 6 times 2 is 12, and 5 times 2 is 10. 10/12 is greater than 9/12. Therefore, 5/6 is greater than 3/4.